got a killer show for you today right here in this very ring. But let me start things off by bringing out right now the Vice President of the National Wrestling Alliance. He is Bill Behrens. Bill Behrens, you promised everyone on the internet that you had a big announcement. As you called it, an address. The mic is yours, sir.
Thank you, Tim Dix. Great to see all these fans at the NCW Arena. Tim Dix, but let me start off at the beginning. What we got here tonight is a little bit of a report card. Let me report a bit on the progress we've made with the National Wrestling Alliance and the program called Wildside. First of all, Tim, already this evening you've made one mistake. Abdullah the Butcher will be here March 18th, not on April 1st. March 18th, please check your notes. Also, I was watching the TV show, Tim. It's Terry Knight, not Terry Austin. His name is Steve Martin, not Steve Williams. Now, you need to get these things right. I also don't need you wishy-washy about NCW, NWA. Right now, and it's by contractual agreement, we're the National Wrestling Alliance, the oldest and largest sanctioning body in professional wrestling, and we're damn proud of it. Secondarily, let me address something with our referees. Could I have Jimmy Rivers come out here? Jamie Tucker, please come out to the ring. By the way, two of the best young referees in professional wrestling. However, while I understand that Jamie Tucker is the senior referee of record in this building, you are not the senior referee of record in the National Wrestling Alliance. The referee of record, senior referee of record, is of course Jimmy Rivers. And accordingly, tonight, when the Rock and Roll Express 6 times World Tag Team Champions compete, Jimmy Rivers will be handling that match, as is befitting a senior referee in the National Wrestling Alliance. Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure to have you out here. I'll be addressing with both Al Getz and Steve Martin minor problems I've seen on commentary. Absolutely nothing that Al Getz is doing wrong that I've seen yet, but Steve Martin is still making some minor errors. Now let me address the fans at the NCW Arena. All right, first of all, on television, after my explicit orders of taking the damn sign down, some morons were holding the NCW sign up in the back. So that sign is out of the building. It will not be back, and the NWA logo is being proudly presented. Step 2, while I don't control all of the minutia that occurs within the National Championship Wrestling office, by the way, there's a website now. Of course, I couldn't even repeat the address because it goes on too long. But there's also this piece of garbage, the clothesline. I don't know if any of you fans have even looked at this piece of junk, but in the middle of it, again, there's the NCW logo. And for some reason, this company thinks that you idiots are going to subscribe to this. I know better. This is not affiliated with the National Wrestling Alliance, and it is quite literally a piece of garbage. Tim, do something with that. I forbid that to be sold during TV tapings, and if I see any of you fans displaying the NCW logo, we will have security confiscate them immediately. Lastly, let me address a couple of the wrestlers on the card tonight. First of all, I'm excited to say from Nashville, Tennessee, we have the NWA Worldwide Television Champion. That's right, the prodigy TJ Gray is here this evening. He will be taking on Romeo Bliss. Unfortunately, because this is not NWA Worldwide, of course, that is the program seen at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, WHOT. Because that it's not worldwide, unfortunately, TJ Gray will not be sanctioned to defend that belt, but he will be proudly displaying it for photographs and for you fans here this evening. And lastly, and probably most important, last week, one of the professional wrestlers in the back embarrassed himself in the ring. That man is Rick Michaels. Rick Michaels doesn't know when to shut up.
Wrestling fans, look who just hit the ringside area.
You cut this mic when I give you the cue. You cut this mic if I give you a cue.
Rick Michaels going to confront NWA Vice President Bill Behrens right here at the NCW Arena.
Bill Behrens, you Yankee-ass piece of garbage! I told you 2 weeks ago that this was my company and you brought in the New South. Where are they? They're up, got their head between Burt Prentice's ass back in Nashville. Bill Behrens, you're all alone tonight, and you disgrace this company one more time, and I will slap the ring.
What the hell's going on here, Al Getz, as the Rock and Roll Express has just jumped Rick Michaels of Bad Attitude.
Attack the vice president of the National Wrestling Alliance, totally unprovoked. Michaels thinks he runs the joint, comes out here whenever he wants, but now he's got to face the 6th-time NWA World. Come on! Come on!
He just hit the leg with that steel chair and bent it. Right here on Wildside. We're going to have to get some help from the back as the Rock and Roll Express have showed their true colors and what side of the fence they're on as they come out here to the rescue of that lowlife Bill Behrens.
Alliance, don't be talking about him like that. The Rock and Roll Express 6th-time NWA World Tag Team Champs, showing Rick Michaels what the NWA is all about.
We're going to have to get some help from the back as Ricky Morton has got that steel chair. And thank God, here comes David Young, the other half of Bad Attitude. And the Rock and Roll Express going to take a powder to the outside. And look at Bill Behrens standing here at the ringside area, loving every minute of this. I'll guess this has gone way too far, way past the bounds of pro wrestling. This has become a feud of the federations between NWA and NCW. And you know what? It's unprovoked. We did not want this. It's just sort of come to play right here before our very eyes.
If Rick Michaels would learn to keep his mouth shut and do what he's told, this wouldn't have happened.
And we're going to have to get some help out here for Rick Michaels, maybe some medical attention. Let's just get away from this disgusting situation.
Bill Behrens! Bill Behrens! You think you're putting Bad Attitude down? Ricky and Robert, you think you take one of us up that's gonna do the job? Hell no! Half of this tag team can beat your old ass all the way around this building. If I have to come out here by myself tonight, Ricky Rudin, Robert Gibson, we will show you. Attitude is everything, and ours is bad.
Al Getz, how do you explain this situation here as Ricky and Robert have been fan favorites for at least 10 to 15 years, and now they've come in here and jumped Rick Michaels?
Well, it's not about fan favorite this and that. It's about representing the NWA, and Bill Behrens brought them in. The crowd, these people here in Cornelia, Georgia, should be grateful to see a legendary tag team such as the Rock and Roll Express. Instead, they turn on him at the drop of a hat. Good. I hope you're crippled, Michaels. I hope you never wrestle again.
And we'll be back right after this. Good Lord.
Chance Williams, take a good look. It's Rukkus, the NWA Wildside Heavyweight Champion. You know, I told you that I was going to take control of this company, and Rukkus is the man who can fulfill my prophecy. You see, Rukkus is more deadly than unprotected sex with a gay Haitian IV drug user. Rukkus is a one-man wilding. Rukkus is more hardcore than European and Rukkus is my heavyweight champion, the man that's gonna lead me to control of NWA Wildside. This title is first. There's several more to go. And tonight, Rukkus is gonna show you exactly what he's got in store for every one of your men. Everyone you want to send, Chance Williams, is going to be left laying in a puddle of blood. Tonight, Rukkus will have a bloodletting of biblical proportions. Tell them what you're going to do, Rukkus.
It's quite simple. I'll have victims tonight. Bring out the chalk, because when I get done, line the bodies. Call the police, whoever you want to call. Because Rukkus tonight will reign in the NCW arena.
Wrestling fans, welcome to this edition of Wildside right here on your favorite television station. And man, we've got it going on right here. We have started off with a bang with the Wildside heavyweight champion going to take on Silky Boom Boom. Steve Martin being joined by our guest right here on Wildside.
Incredible what we're seeing. Silky Boom Boom taking it right to the champion here in Wildside, Rukkus. And Jeff G. Bailey, the new manager as of a couple of weeks ago of Rukkus, is none too pleased about this turn of events.
Silky Boom Boom with a springboard moonsault on the heavyweight champion. And Rukkus being escorted to the ring by his manager agent, Jeff G. Bailey. And Jeff totally bought this title through the services of Rukkus. Man, look at the suplex by the heavyweight champ.
But hey, it's a mutual relationship because Rukkus got what he's after, and that's a big pile of cash. And he said from day one, that's why he's here, is for the money. He got what he wanted, Bailey got what he wanted, so both men are happy.
Here we go, full ride, hard clothesline by the heavyweight champion.
You know what? When Rukkus was your fair-haired boy, when he was one of your fan favorites, did you ever give him a title shot for the heavyweight championship? No, you didn't. You talk how he's hardcore this, hardcore that. You never gave him his opportunity. So Jeff G. Bailey gave it to him, and he took it. And now Silky Boom Boom on the floor, and Rukkus does not look very happy. In fact, he looks pretty pissed off, and I wouldn't want to be Silky Boom Boom right now.
And Silky Boom Boom set over that top ring barricade by Rukkus. And oddly enough, the fans are cheering for Rukkus, even though he's managed by Jeff G. Bailey. And that's a little bit strange, I got to admit.
Well,
I believe it's out of respect, Al.
I've seen some strange things happen here in Wildside. I can't believe what we saw earlier on in this program as Rick Michaels was about to punch the vice president of the National Wrestling Alliance, Bill Behrens, in the mush. That's a blatant disregard for authority, and he learned his lesson as the Rock and Roll Express attacked him and injured his leg. I hope he's crippled. I hope he never wrestles again.
Rukkus with the barbed wire. Wrestling fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this commercial timeout. Wrestling fans, welcome back to this edition of Wildside right here as Rukkus is taking on Silky Boom Boom, and Silky Boom Boom has been busted wide open due to that barbed wire to the forehead before that commercial break.
Yeah, and during that whole commercial break, he was just lying out on the floor, getting blood all over the fine hardwood floor here in Cornelia, Georgia. Rukkus off the top, big old headbutt. Silky in trouble.
We got three.
He's out.
A devastating heavyweight champion known as Rukkus. The only thing I hate is he's in alliance with that low-life Jeff G. Bailey.
And I've seen a whole new side of Rukkus. I mean, look at him taking it to Silky after the match is over. He's not done yet. Here comes
Richie Riviera. Gonna help out his tag team partner known as Hot and Heavy. And I know the 400-plus pounder can do something.
I don't know what that is, but now Rukkus basically didn't have any effect on Rukkus, and now Rukkus takes that barbed wire to the head of Frenchie Riviera. Rukkus just single-handedly beat up two men with a combined weight of over 600 pounds. Jeff G. Bailey has his man fired up. He has him ready. I don't think anyone can stop Rukkus.
Here comes another wrestler from the back, and Rukkus going to dump him up and over the top rope to the floor in about 2 seconds flat. And now we got Frenchie Riviera being busted open as well. And you talking about a mess, and here comes little, formerly known as Ed Swimmer, Big Eddie Cool. Throws him off like a rag doll.
Got manhandled. That's 4 men that Rukkus has beat up single-handedly. The carnage continues. Frenchie's a bloody mess. Here comes Shasta McNasty from the back.
And he better run's all I can say, because Rukkus is going to kill this kid.
Oh, I love it,
Over the top rope to the floor one more time.
Look at the look on Bailey's face. He's like a kid in a candy store. Except it's not a candy store, it's a store of carnage and destruction and blood. Look at Bailey taking it to him. Here comes AJ and Jorge Estrada. What are they doing out here?
They're going to clear the ring with metal chairs, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do, as Rukkus is going to make a hasty retreat here. In the future, standing in the ring, known as AJ Styles and Jorge Estrada.
Rukkus just demolished 5 guys by himself.
It was unbelievable. It really was. As Jeff G. Bailey, you talking about an ace in the deck of Jeff G. Bailey. Rukkus, the heavyweight champion, right here on Wildside.
This reminds me of the tornadoes that hit Georgia not too long ago. Just total destruction, total chaos. Rukkus blew through town and left nothing standing.
Wrestling fans, let's get away from this disgusting situation and get this mess cleaned up. Stay tuned, fans. NWA, NCW on the road.
On the road again.
Fans, get ready as NCW action comes to Athens, Georgia on Friday, March 3rd. The Athens Music Factory will be rocking with Bad Attitude, heavyweight champion Rukkus, the future Jorge Estrada and AJ Styles, and the return of 6'8", 320 pounds of Thunder. Then, Saturday, March 4th, we return to Cornelia, Georgia for the National Wildside TV taping at the NCW Arena. All your favorite stars will be there. Also, ladies action. Plus, listen up, fans, you're going to see NWA World Tag Team titles on the line for the first time as Team Extreme takes on Triple X. Then get ready, the state of Virginia. Saturday night, March 11th at the Garden, Virginia High School. You're going to see such stars as Rusty Riddle, heavyweight champion Rukkus, Bad Attitude, AJ Styles, Crowbar, and Thunder. This event in association with Iron Ring Wrestling. The action returns to Gainesville, Georgia, March 16th at the National Guard Armory. All your favorite Wildside stars will be in attendance. And then, fans, get ready. Saturday, March 18th, Abdullah the Butcher carves his way to the NCW Arena.
Jessie, it's been going on since October. You have not won a single match. You came to me. You asked me to help you. I've given you everything I can. Tonight is the night. You've got a shot at the United States title. Please do not disappoint me. I'm telling you, tonight is the night. U.S. heavyweight title match. And to make things even better for you, I've gone back and I've looked for a man.
I've been working hard. I've been training 5 days a week. I've been pumping iron like nobody's ever pumped it before. I got this match, and that belt's coming around my waist tonight.
Well, I don't care anything about any pumping iron or anything like that. All I care about is getting my United States title. And to make sure this can happen, to make it easier on you, through my legal expertise, I have gone out and researched the man that can help you, and his name is Eddie Golden, and I want him to come on in. Come on in, Eddie.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good to see you again, Jessie Taylor, huh? You remember me? I will. Sure.
It's Eddie Golden. He's one of the greats. He's from the stud stable.
I'm supposed to be
Jessie,
You've got the title match tonight. You've got the title match.
Jessie. You misunderstand us. I told you the whole time, he's living proof, training 5 days a week, training hard, gets to nowhere. That's why he's a loser, and that's why you brought in a winner, my friend. I'm living proof that I'm a wrestling legacy from the Goldens, the Fullers, all the way up to the future of this business. That's why you're my new manager and my financial advisor. And there's one thing, I'm a professional wrestler. I put what the marquee stands for, wrestling, well-rounded wrestler. That's why I am 24 karat, my friend. And that's what you need to find out, Jessie Taylor, because you have no wrestling ability whatsoever. Not one shred of ability in your little pinky. That's what makes me great. That's what makes you follow my lead, my friend. And with my new best friend in the business, we're gonna make millions together. And with you, AJ Styles, picture this. Do you see the TV stripe going around this pretty waist?
I can see it.
That's what training does, Jessie Taylor. Makes winners, my friend. And for that, that's why I'm a winner. You're a loser. You think for the future, you think you're the future of this business? What I call that is wishful thinking, my friend. The facts is what I deal with. I'm a professional in everything I do. That's why I'm the next NWA television champion. We're going to go all the way to the top. Jeff G. Bailey.
I don't think Jesse's got a chance in hell.
I'm glad you got some good lawyers. They come in handy, do they not? Yes, sir.
Wrestling fans get set. You're talking about a matchup. We got one right here as Steve Skyfire going to take on Eddie Golden. And Eddie Golden goes all the way back to the very beginning of the NCW company and lost a loser-leave town match to Jessie Taylor. And now, Getz, I know you know both of these men well, and this ought to be one hell of a matchup.
I'm looking forward to it. Steve Skyfire, an incredibly agile high flyer. And wild thing, Eddie Golden, the nephew of Jimmy Golden, also known as Bunkhouse Buck, from a very famous wrestling family. Talking about the Goldens and the Fullers, you're going way back in the history of professional wrestling in the southeastern part of the United States. And with the Golden blood in him, Golden is one heck of a competitor.
And here we go. Crisscross action here as Golden goes up and over. Leapfrog by Skyfire, and he's caught. And Eddie Golden goes for the ride right here on Wildside.
Great exchange by both men. They've wrestled one another numerous times, so they're very familiar with each other's styles and moves. So it's a true test to be able to come up with new moves to catch your opponent off guard since they've seen it before.
Skyfire, you're talking about a high flyer for his size. This guy can go to the top rope and use it with the best of them. And here we go for the ride one more time. Big shoulder smash by Skyfire as he goes off the far rope. Leapfrog. And he's caught by Skyfire as Golden is in trouble here on Wildside. And he's dropped into that reverse power bomb.
Eddie Golden tried a blind leapfrog, but Skyfire saw it coming, was able to catch him up on his shoulders and take him down.
On the ride goes Golden, and he catches his boots. Haymaker to the side of the head as Golden goes for the ride, ducks the clothesline, turns around, boot to the midsection, and he cinches him up, and he catches him, and big suplex.
Nice variation of the suplex, took him around and over and then down. Makes it harder for Golden to defend it against because you don't know which way you're going once he lifts you up in the air.
Skyfire back up to the vertical base along with Golden. Golden with the reversal, turns around and he's caught into the face buster with a hammerlock. That was an original move if I've ever seen one.
Well, now Skyfire doing a little dance. That's not going to win him any matches, but that standing moonsault will, very impressive.
Oh, for a big man. This guy weighs around, what, 230, I would say? I didn't get the measurements.
233 pounds from Daytona Beach, Florida, which he's billed as the coolest beach in the world. I don't know about that. Oh, moonsault again, no one home.
And Golden back up, and he's caught him into that pile driver.
You see how quickly Golden went to the offensive. As soon as he rolled out of the way and Skyfire hit the mat, he was up on his feet and ready to catch Skyfire in that pile driver.
Don't take nothing away from Eddie Golden. He is the wrestling technician. This guy can go with the best of them into the rear chin lock. And this right here will cut off the circulation of Skyfire where he's going to have trouble breathing, so therefore he's going to run out of air quickly.
Yeah, he's going to run out of air. He's going to run out of gas. He's going to get blown up real quick. And Eddie Golden will have that much more of an advantage. There's a hair pull by Skyfire.
Oh, and you would see it.
He has to resort to cheating in order to beat Eddie Golden, if you ask me.
Eddie Golden been around a long time, like you said before. He's got family all in the wrestling profession. The Stud Stable, I remember them all the way back to the Continental Wrestling days in Alabama.
Oh, yeah, you talk about Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Knoxville, Tennessee, the Fullers, the Goldens, and the Welches, and that whole extended family has had their hand just about every major promotion in the United States. Now Skyfire finds himself against the ropes, but able to flip Eddie Golden over now, going to work on Golden while Golden's outside on the apron.
Man, what a hammer forearm there. Off with a big drop kick. And Golden right onto that ring barricade and does not move. Look, keep your eye on Skyfire. Big baseball slide, nobody home. And he's going to put him into that ring barricade.
Hey, turnabout's fair play. Golden found himself face dropped throat first on the barricade, and now he returns the favor.
Here we go for the ride. Into that barricade one more time. And man, you talking about violence here on Wildside. These two guys are going to take it to a different level, so to speak, to try to make a name for themselves here on Wildside. Because, you know, Al, like Eddie Golden coming back after a year in that loser leave town match, just like starting all over.
Yeah, you basically have to work your way up the ladder from scratch. There's nothing to do about it. Now Skyfire flips over the ropes and right into a clothesline.
He's got two. No, I thought he had it right there. That was a nice move for a big man that weighs around 230.
I already said 233. Don't you listen to me, Steve? Why am I talking if you're not even listening to me? What's the point? I should just leave and let you have to carry this whole match by yourself and watch you fail miserably.
Al, I missed it by 3 pounds. Come on.
Well, you had a big dinner, so you know.
There we go. We've got to try to get along. I know it's not easy because we never see eye to eye on anything, but nevertheless.
I don't have to try to do anything. I'm in with Behrens.
Let me write this down. 233 pounds.
That's right, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Golden caught by Skyfire. And for the ride he goes. Hard into that turnbuckle. Skyfire with nobody home. And he eats that turnbuckle with his lower midsection, we'll say.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you try all this flipping, high-flying stuff, where instead he should have just run over and punched him in the mush. Instead, he got up in the air, and Golden was able to get out of the way, and there was no one home for Skyfire.
And you got to keep your eye on Golden, because this guy will do anything to score that pinfall. And, man, the legs was knocked out from under him, as Skyfire has got him in that rear chin lock and drops him on the back of his head.
So kind of basically a reverse DDT off the top rope. Only able to get a 2 count, though. Thought he might have had him there, but Skyfire's had a lot taken out of him in this match. Unable to put the finishing touch on Eddie Golden.
Skyfire going up top one more time. The 233-pounder from Daytona Beach, Florida.
All right, you got it right. I'm proud of you. About time.
And he's all the way up top. Big senton bomb and nobody home.
Going for the senton bomb and nobody home. Eddie Golden now working his way back up to his feet. He's going to take the opportunity. Whipping Skyfire across the ropes, comes in for a clothesline. No one there. Skyfire is up off the ropes, comes back with an elbow.
Big handspring elbow. Boy, that was nice. It really was. And Golden going for the tights. Going for a chain, it looks like to me.
I didn't see that.
And you wouldn't. He's got him up, and he's going to cold cock him with that chain. Referee Jimmy Rivers down for the count. And we got 2, and we got 3 right here on Wildside. Eddie Golden victorious here after a year of absence as he lost the loser league town match. But I guess you got to admit, he come back stronger than ever.
Oh, without a doubt, great to see him back here in Wildside. Big victory in his return engagement and a big loss for Skyfire.
Steve Skyfire, maybe another day. Eddie Golden, victorious here on Wildside. Wrestling fans, welcome about this edition of Wildside Wrestling right here. And I tell you, you're talking about a matchup. We got United States heavyweight title on the line as Terry Knight going to defend against the former champion Jessie Taylor and the lovely Candi at ringside. And then we got Jeff G. Bailey and Ed Golden, a return here to Wildside as he lost the loser leave town match against this man right here known as Jessie Taylor.
That's right, Jessie Taylor defeated Ed Golden just about 1 year ago in that loser leave town match. And now Jeff G. Bailey has both men in his stable, and Taylor is a former U.S. champion here in Wildside, and the current champ, Terry Knight, is the man he's facing across the ring. Interesting because I know you hate Bailey, but this shows you how much power Jeff G. Bailey has. Jessie Taylor's been on a losing streak. He hasn't won a match in like 4 months, yet here he is with a title shot on television. That shows you how much stroke Jeff G. Bailey has.
You want to talk about a wrestling match? Right here we go with Terry Knight and Jessie Taylor, and he's caught. What a suplex by Taylor. And he just got him up and over. And you're talking about strength. Jessie Taylor picking up a man that weighs around 240 pounds.
Well, Jessie Taylor, a good old boy from Tennessee. He's a redneck, and he's proud of it. He's just a big bull in the ring, outweighing Terry Knight, outpowering Terry Knight. But, of course, Terry Knight has Candi at ringside, so, you know, I don't have too much problems with him.
I know you'd love to fertilize that grass, but that's another story right here on Wildside. Big hip toss by Terry Knight, and he's got a boot to the mouth, and then an arm drag takeover by Taylor. And wrestling fans, I don't want to take nothing away from this matchup, but I'm going to tell you, this announcement has just been made on March 18th. Abdullah the Butcher will be at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. You better buy your tickets early because it will be a sellout.
Absolutely amazing. Abdullah the Butcher coming on the 18th. We've already seen the Rock and Roll Express this week on Wildside, and another announcement on March the 4th here live at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. The NWA World Tag Team titles will be on the line. Now, the current reigning champs, Team Extreme from Texas, we've seen them here on Wildside in the past with footage from the 51st anniversary in Charlotte. They will be defending those titles against the #1 contenders from NWA Mid-Atlantic out of North Carolina, Triple X. Curtis Thompson and Drake Dawson get their title shot at the NWA World Tag Team titles on March 4th right here in Cornelia.
Al, I got a question. Does these wrestling fans understand what wrestling? I mean, we have got main event pay-per-view wrestling here in this town the first and third Saturday of every month. NWA tag team titles. Do they realize there's people that pay $20 to see that?
Oh, easily pay $20 and much more than that. Plus, speaking of paying money to see something, Strawberry Fields is going to be here on the 4th. She's worth every penny of it and then some. Jessie Taylor is in trouble now. That left knee slammed into that second turnbuckle, and we'll see what Terry Knight can do to take advantage of it, going right to that knee. Jeff G. Bailey having a conniption fit over here at ringside.
Terry Knight, what a wrestler this guy is, and that's why he is the U.S. champion who defeated Romeo Bliss at one of our big shows here at Fright Night 99.
And Romeo was the man that Jessie Taylor could not beat, and was the man that started Taylor's slide into one of the longest losing streaks in Wildside history.
He clipped the knee of Jessie Taylor, and now what I'm trying to figure out here is Ed Golden and Jessie Taylor was bitter enemies at one time, and now we've got Jeff G. Bailey sort of keeping them away from each other on the same team. Go figure that out.
Well, Jeff G. Bailey is the miracle worker. He can take someone who hasn't won a match in 4 months and get him a title shot. He can take two men who hate one another and get them to be on the same team. But now, Terry Knight with some extracurricular activity on the floor to the Steele.
And he wrapped that knee around that steel post, and no give there, as Terry Knight has got things under control, and Bailey right in the face of Jessie Taylor. One of these days, Jessie's going to get tired of putting up with Bailey, and he's going to do something about it, I hope.
Well, Bailey's the man who can end this losing streak. He got him a title shot. If Taylor can win this match, he's once again the U.S. champ.
Terry Knight working over Taylor's knee. And Taylor in a world of trouble here as referee Jimmy Rivers is checking to see if he wants to give it up. And I don't think he's going to give up if he tears his leg off. Jessie Taylor in a world of trouble here. Going to have to get something going or this thing's going to be over. And I don't want to take nothing away from this matchup, but fans, Abdullah the Butcher on March 18th. And Al Getz, me and you called the match of Abdullah the Butcher right there at the NWA 51st anniversary, and he tore down the sound booth, went through the audience, and tore down a light stand, so no telling what's going to happen.
He got blood all over my format sheet. I actually still have it. I should get him to autograph it. But, you know, we've seen a lot of carnage here in Cornelia, Georgia. We've seen New Jack. We've seen people put through flaming tables. We've seen staple guns. We've seen some incredible things, but we have never ever seen anything like the madman from the Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher. And when he steps down that aisle to the ring on March the 18th, I feel sorry for whoever is in his way, be it a wrestler, security guard, cameraman, fan, little kid, because they're going to get slaughtered.
And let me say this, too, about the NCW Arena. This is not like a Georgia Dome where you don't have good seats. Anywhere in here, you're going to be 10 feet away from the Butcher, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Jessie Taylor making a good, strong comeback here with a big power slam. Golden up on the ring apron, going to help him out. It's Jessie Taylor, goes for the ride, and he cold cocks him in the head. And I believe that was supposed to be for Knight, but nevertheless.
That was meant for Knight instead. Taylor got it, and that's it. Terry Knight retains the U.S. heavyweight title. Wait a second.
And the winner of the bout, Terry Knight, the United States heavyweight champion right here on Wildside.
There's some funny stuff going on here. Okay, now Bailey and Golden are going back into the ring to help Taylor. Okay, you know, Taylor, he could have had it. He came close, but he didn't get it. No big deal. Time to regroup. But now Bailey and Terry Knight staring each other down.
What's going on here? We got Golden and Jessie Taylor arguing, and then we have on the other side of the ring, Jeff G. Bailey and Terry Knight with Candi.
Now Candi's got the belt.
Oh, come on! Bailey has bought the United States heavyweight title too. Candi getting a hug from Bailey. It's the first time Bailey's seen something that looked like that in a long time. If ever.
Taylor's not a happy man.
And he had to buy it too, Al.
It looks like Jessie Taylor's been set up.
I don't understand this at all. Wrestling fans, stay tuned to Wildside as this story unfolds. Jessie Taylor being waved bye-bye right here on Wildside.
Bailey's got two belts. He's got the Wildside belt, and he's got the U.S. belt. And, of course, his arch enemy, one of his arch enemies, AJ Styles, holds that TV title. He just said 2 down, 1 to go. I think we know what he's after next.
AJ Styles, the television champion. Jessie Taylor, maybe another day right here on Wildside. Wrestling fans, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The Clothesline catalog coming up next. Welcome back to this edition of Wildside as Shank is just beating the hell out of Damien Steele in white trash with these metal chairs. And, man, he is going to work on both competitors.
Shank is insane. He's having some sort of prison riot flashback or something. White trash with a pair of nunchucks. Hey, this is Wildside. Anything goes. 2-on-1. We call it a three-way dance, but this is basically a 2-on-1. Damien Steele and White Trash have a mission. Their mission is to take out Shank. They're going to do whatever it takes to stop him, including whacking him with a stop sign.
This right here is NCW television at its best, Al Getz, as you got a three-way dance, hardcore style, right here at the NCW Arena.
Incredible action. Now that chair being set up in the ring by Damien Steele from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know, Damien and Steele and White Trash have been in many hardcore matches here in Wildside. They've been in three-way matches, four-way matches, five-way matches, tables, chairs, ladders, oh my, just about everything. But it looks like the two finally have a common bond, a common mission, and that's to take out Shank for me. Because whatever Al wants, Al gets.
There you go with a big steel chair by Damien Steele. White Trash got the Wildside keg of beer. And we got another metal chair into play here as White Trash, Lord only knows what this guy's going to do. To the back. Good God.
Sad thing is, when that keg was brought to the dressing room earlier this evening, it was full.
And I drank half of it.
I was going to say, is Tommy Rich here or something? Because that would have explained who finished it off.
Here we go, right here on Wildside. Double suplex on the big man known as Shank. And Shank is a devastating human being. This guy right here, out of the correctional facilities of North Carolina, still on probation with his probation officer, and she has left the ringside area, so apparently she has done the deed, so to speak.
Yeah, she threw some powder in his eyes. She hit him over the head with a stop sign. I guess there must have been some disagreements back in prison. Now Shank trying to fight his way out of it. Oh!
White Trash over the top rope as Shank gonna beat on Damien Steele, going up to that second rope. And Shank got him with that big suplex up the second rope. Here comes Scottie
That's it,
Wrenn.
Scottie, get him, Scottie. Come on, that's it, super cool. You got him, baby.
The referee calling for the bell here on Wildside as Scottie Wrenn has brought some kind of canvas to ringside. And now we got Shank and Scottie Wrenn gonna beat the hell out of each other on Wildside.
That's not a canvas, Steve Martin. That is a body bag, and it's big enough for Shank. We're gonna put Shank in that body bag. We're gonna drag his stinking, rotten corpse out of this building, and you will never, ever see him again.
Al, you make me want to throw up. I'm sure you're behind this whole sadistic.
That's what I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna kayfabe you. This was a setup, and Shank, he stuck his nose in Al Getz's and Scottie Wrenn's business, and this is what happens when you do that.
Referee has been calling for the bell, and Shank being disgraced here as he's putting this military-type body bag, courtesy of White Trash, Damien Steele, and Scottie Wrenn. And what's up with White Trash? I thought he was a good guy, so to speak.
White Trash will do whatever I tell him to do because he's a smart young kid working his way up the ranks here.
Let's go!
No! 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 No!
JC Dazz all over Scottie Wrenn here. And these two right here are going to hook it up. Wrestling fans, don't go anywhere. We'll see you next week on NCW Wildside.
Wrestling fans, get ready as NCW action comes to Athens, Georgia on Friday, March 3rd. The Athens Music Factory will be rocking with Bad Attitude, heavyweight champion Rukkus, the future Jorge Estrada and AJ Styles, and the return of 6'8", 320 pounds of Thunder. Then, Saturday, March 4th, we return to Cornelia, Georgia for the National Wildside TV taping at the NCW Arena. All your favorite stars will be there. Also, ladies action. Plus, listen up, fans. You're going to see NWA World Tag Team titles on the line for the first time as Team Extreme takes on Triple X. Then get ready, the state of Virginia. Saturday night, March 11th at the Garden, Virginia High School. You're going to see such stars as Rusty Riddle, heavyweight champion Rukkus, Bad Attitude, AJ Styles, Crowbar, and Thunder. This event in association with Iron Ring Wrestling. The action returns to Gainesville, Georgia, March 16th at the National Guard Armory. All your favorite Wildside stars will be in attendance. And then fans, get ready. Saturday, March 18th, Abdullah the Butcher carves his way to the NCW Arena.